Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. In today's video I am going to show you the Born to Create premium watercolor pencils. These can be purchased from Officeworks here in Australia. If you'd like to know more about these, then make sure you stick around with the video. These watercolored pencils I purchased at Officeworks, and they have the claim to be artist quality, and there are 36 in the set of premium watercolors. They have a 4mm soft wax core. They're professional grade, highly pigmented, acid-free pencils for smooth graduation and watercolor washes is what they're claiming here on the box. So let's open up and take a look. So straight into the box we've got the colors listed here, and this cover actually converts around to be a handy stand for your colors as you're working. So there's quite a nice range of colours in this set, and for each of those, so we have a really good thick pencil here. You have the name of the colour written on each of the barrels, which is always really handy, particularly if you've swatched them out. They slot quite well into the inside of the cover. There's just a slit in there so they won't come flying out, and you just pull them out as you wish, and they get held in there quite well. So I quite like that. So let's go ahead and swatch out these colours. The colours themselves went down quite well. They were a little bit scratchy, but I guess that's similar to any other coloured pencil that you might be using. I did make a bit of a mistake here, so I had to put the orange across. I wasn't reading the names properly and assuming that they're in the right order. Bad mistake. The paper that I'm using does have a bit of texture to it as well. It's part of a like a watercolor pad. So that's also contributing to the area that you see kind of scratchiness, I guess you see, of it going down. It was a good range of colours. Some of them were a little bit similar, and there were some really bright ones in there. The lime really stood out. So once I had all the colours down, then I went across each one with the brush, and just sort of starting where I'd put the colour down and seeing how far it would spread across. Looking at the video here, you can kind of see that line. So where I did colour in half the box, the pigment wasn't quite spreading across as I would have expected. So maybe if I had to put, some colours were better than others. Maybe if I had gone over it a little bit, it may have worked, but this was something that was really quite evident as I was swatching the colours out, and something that I also found happened when I was creating artworks afterwards. So now that we've had a look at these colours, we've swatched them out, and we have our swatch sheet ready, I think it's time to create something. If you like the look of this swatch sheet, you can head to the Pay store link in the description below. You can download and print out your own copy to use. I used the pencils to do these little characters. It took me a little while, and what I found was that the pencils can be a little bit scratchy at different times. But I'm going to do another little trial run this time. I'm going to draw a bit of a cat. Well, I'm going to draw a cat and then use the pencils to colour that one in. So let me just put the cat down on the paper. I always have trouble with cat's ears, and this cat's sort of going to be looking off. I'm just going to do it from behind, just a nice simple drawing just to show you how these pencils work. Alright, I need an eraser just to get rid of the stuff that I don't want there. Run it over the top so that I don't have any pencil lines kind of coming through. This is going to be a pretty simple drawing. So I've got my swatch sheet here. I'm going to go for an orange and black cat. So I'll need my orange bond pencil first. And when I'm putting the pencil down, I'm just going to use small circles rather than go up and down everywhere. This paper's got enough sort of texture on it. It's picking up, it's okay. I'd probably do better if I was using a different type of paper perhaps. But that's something you'll need to experiment with. You'll end up finding that you will find a paper that you really enjoy using and that works really well for the medium that you're also using as you keep doing your art pieces. This is just the way I'm choosing to put it down today. This technique might look a little bit different for you. And I'm just going to... I'm not following a photograph or anything at all either. I'm just doing this off the cuff. Alright, so we might put some, I thought we put some chocolate in there. So which one's chocolate? Well, that's mocha. The tip of this one is really flat. I should sharpen it, but you know what? Let's just run with it and see. It's starting to smooth itself off anyway. And let's see, what's this one here? Chocolate.
As I was wetting the colour, I did notice that it was getting really quite washed out in parts and it wasn't blending all that well. I don't know if that's just because I didn't put enough colour down.
Dry. I'm going to let that coat dry and come back and add a bit more of the watercolour pencil. Okay, this is looking a bit motley at the moment. I'm hoping that with a little bit more work we'll get some more colour down and it will fix it up a little bit. So before you put on another layer of your watercolour pencil, just make sure that it's completely dry. You have to kind of work in layers. If it's not quite dry, what will happen is the pencil will skip along the paper and it will actually cause like a scratchy mark. I'm going to add a little bit more out here and give it more of a fat bottom. There we go.
You'll also notice that I'm getting a little bit more heavy-handed with putting the colour down. I just wanted to see if that did make a difference. But as you build up the layers, the colours were becoming more vibrant too, which was good.
Okay, let's dry that one off. And the last layer, I'm going to go back in with my ginger pencil. I'm not going to activate this layer.
The purpose of this layer was really just to add some texture to the cat's body. And I was just using short strokes with the pencil and going out beyond the area that I had painted just to give it the illusion of fur, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here.
And there we go. Very simple watercolour cat. And I'll just put a bit of blue there just to ground it on the page so it doesn't look like it's floating. And we are done. Little mistake there, but anyway. So yeah, see, they're not too bad. Like for a beginner's watercolor pencil, I don't mind these at all. And I am by no means a watercolor pencil expert. This is my very first turn at using these, and I'm sure that I'll be able to refine my skills as I learn a little bit more about this medium. Okay. Just clean up the brushes and we're good to go.
Thanks for sticking around and watching the video today. I hope this has given you a little bit of insight as to what to expect with these pencils. Thanks again. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and I will catch you in the next video. Happy creating!